Hey, what is up guys? Tamotsu here. Today, I want to share with you another daily insight that I had while I was thinking about self-growth. And that is noticing the subtle things in life, both in our inner worlds and the outer world, will allow us to become the person we want to be. So, with that said, let's take a metaphor. So the first metaphor is from seed to tree. So if we plant a seed and watch a tree grow, let's say the subtle things in life are the seed and small buds that come out of it. The tree itself is the more obvious or the unsubtle. So as we plant the seed, the tree will begin to grow. The seed will start to sprout, and when the seedling comes up, it's very subtle. And if we don't notice the subtle, as the tree grows, it'll sprout a different variety of branches. And if you let it do its own thing, then it overgrows and goes wild. Again, just like human beings, every seed is different. So some seeds may sprout into a very beautiful tree without any assistance, but some other trees, or for example, bonsai trees, if you've ever come across bonsai trees, you actually prune them to create aesthetic beauty. Now, if you don't notice subtle things, when a branch starts to come out and you don't prune them because you don't notice the subtle, one day the branch will be so thick it becomes almost too late for you to change its course. So that's one of the first metaphors that I had that I wanted to share with you. Another one is, let's say you're driving a car. You're driving a car and you feel slight vibration in your steering wheel. Now, since you notice the subtle things, you go, oh, okay, I think I need a alignment. Or maybe I need my tires checked. And maybe you check it yourself, or you take it in and find out that yes, you need an alignment, and it gets fixed and you're good to go. So you don't have that much cash outlay in fixing that issue. Now, let's say that you're a person that doesn't notice subtle things, and instead you only notice things when things are way obvious. And so you're driving, steering wheel is vibrating, but you don't notice it. Gets worse and worse, but you say, it's just the road. So it gets worse and worse. And one day you have a blowout, and then you actually even put yourself in danger because you didn't notice the subtle signs of the tires going bad or the alignment going bad, contributing to the increased wear of your tires, and if you let it go long enough, to a blowout, which would again endanger your life. So that was the other metaphor I had for you. And this can be said for many aspects of life. So for example, your relationships, business, health, and all this is very important for self-growth. Again, it also refers to both inner and outer, so your inner world and also your outer world, this whole reality. With that said, let's go into the inner world of subtlety. So if you're able to notice the subtle things that are happening within you, whether it may be how your mind is thinking, your emotions, or your body, you would be able to catch it. So if you feel tired and you feel that first signs of a scratchy throat, okay, I may be coming down with a cold. I'm gonna get really good rest today. I'm gonna keep warm. Maybe you may take a little bit extra vitamins, or take care not to over exhaust yourself that day. So you are able to nip it in the bud and then prune that issue. So the next day you feel refreshed and much better than if you didn't. On the other hand, if you didn't notice the subtle signs, you'll blast through that, stay up late, work too hard, maybe your diet is very poor, and then with that said, you end up having a full-blown cold, and your productivity drops. It actually makes it much more difficult for you to get back on the track of health. Now let's go into something along the lines of how we think about or what we think, our mind. So an example of that is how you talk to yourself as an example. You're noticing the subtle things, even within yourself, and you catch your mind saying, "You're not good. You're not good enough. You can't do it. You know you're not good enough." But because you notice the subtle things and you've been meditating, you say, I caught you. I heard you whispering. I caught you saying, "No, you're not good enough. You can't do it. I caught you." And what I'm going to say to that is, no, I am good enough. I can do it. And then you're able to catch and prune those issues. And so with that, if you're not noticing these subtle things that your mind is telling you, it may result in lower self-confidence, lower self-esteem. Whereas when you notice those things and you can nip it at the bud, you can improve your self-esteem, you can improve your confidence. Which is another reason meditation is so important part important practice that you should habitualize. It allows you to catch the subtle and prune it if you need. You can catch the subtle, and if it's something that's very beneficial, you can water it and grow it. With that said, I'm sending you good vibes. Have a great day. Take care.